All right, welcome everybody to the Grand Forks City Council meeting for Monday, March 18th, 2024. Get a roll call, please. Candace?
Here.
Here.
Weber.
Here.
Lensky. Tommy. Sandy.
Here, the microphone's not on.
I know I'm trying. Oh, there we are.
Why don't you just start, go from the top, we'll just start over, yep.
Weigel.
Here.
Osowski. Here. Weber.
Here.
Lensky.
Here.
Kwame.
Here.
Sandy.
Here.
Dean.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Item 1.2, Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, item 1.3, just a couple of announcements. Anybody that got a chance to get out last week, well, I guess it was 2 weekends ago, March 8th was the kickoff for the great Northern Robotics Competition. Record number of teams here in Grand Forks, another great event for the community throughout that weekend. So great to see that event continuing year after year. And then I want to give a quick thank you to Miss Pribula's fourth grade class over at Kelly Elementary School. I was their mystery reader today, so we got to read Lion in the Library, which was a pretty fun book, and got to hang out with some kiddos. So thank you to her and her class. With that, we will move on to 2 awards, presentations, appointments, and proclamations. We do have probably the necessity to go into executive session for that, so I was going to see if the council wanted to move that after item 8 on the agenda so we can keep people here and move along more quickly.
I'll move to move item 2.1 to after item 8 in the agenda tonight.
All right, we got a motion. We have a second. Second from Mr. Weigel. Motion from Vice President Weber. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. So move that down. Then we're on to 3 public hearings and second reading of ordinances.
Public hearing and second reading of ordinance to dedicate right-of-way and final approval of replat of Alexander and Ives second re-subdivision.
Thank you. We'll open the public hearing on item 3.1. Anybody here to speak on item 3.1, please step up to the microphone. Anyone here for item 3.1? Seeing none, public hearing portion is closed, and open up to council for discussion of motions.
Move approval.
Got a motion to approve from Mr. Weigel, second from Ms. Osowski. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously.
.2, public hearing and second reading of ordinance and final approval of amendment to rezone lots A and C, Block 1, Alexander and Ives second re-subdivision.
Thank you. Should that one read a public hearing? I got a mine says introduction. Did you read it that way as a public hearing? Okay.
Initially, it was introduction, but it actually is the public hearing and the second reading.
Perfect. Yeah, well, that's why it's in item 3. All right. Same thing, same order. We'll open the public hearing, item 3.2. All right, no one's here to speak. We'll close the public hearing. Open up to council. Motion to approve from Mr. Weber. We have a second from Mr. Veen. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously.
Public hearing 2023 Consolidated Annual Performance and Evaluation Report, or CAPER.
All right, same procedure. Open the public hearing, item 3.3. All right, we'll close the public hearing on item 3.3 and look to council. Motion approved from Vice President Weber, second from Mr. Weigel. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. We got one more.
Determination of protest relating to project number 8788, district number 780, reconstruct Walnut Street from South 5th to First Avenue South. No protests were received.
All right, anybody out there, we'll open the public hearing and wish to speak on item 3.4. All right, we'll close the public hearing portion of item 3.4.
I'll move approval.
Council, motion from Vice President Weber, second from Ms. Osowski. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. All right, we'll move on to item 4, citizen comments as it relates to action items. Do you have any comments related to action items this
We
evening?
do not.
All right, so with that, we'll move on to 5 action items. I don't believe staff had any in particular that we were looking to pull, so we open up to council if they wanted to pull any items for further discussion this evening. Any other items? Anybody online? Any other items they wanted pulled?
No, thank you.
All right, so we look for motion to approve items 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9, 5.10, 5.12, 5.13, 5.14, 5.15, 5.16, 5.17, 5.18, and 5.19. If I get a motion. Motion from Mr. Weber, second from Mr. Weigel. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. So we'd be on to item 5.11.
Change order G002 for project number 8643, bus maintenance facility rehabilitation, remodel, and addition, Phase 2 project.
All right, we got Mr. Bergman here. If we got any questions, anybody?
I guess I'd just like you to explain the whole situation, I guess, what exactly we're approving here. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, we ended up getting some change orders for some of the items in the project. One of them was a light that was changed, was actually an incorrect light, so we had to change it to the one that matches the rest of them in the shop. That came from Bergstrom Electric. Also from Bergstrom Electric, there was one item that we had through the new fueling system that we put in. There was wiring that they didn't account for from the engineering firm and us, and we had to make some changes on that. That's what happened on those ones. Then we also had several changes for Innis Construction in regards to the new floor drains we had to put in the building. Currently, we have some that are been in there for 20-some years, and they're starting to lift up, and they get stuck down in there and stuff. So we asked for a change order, being we had some extra funds to get those drains fixed in the building. And then there was a few other minor changes that we had for them.
So are we approving an additional almost $43,000 then?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, for mainly wiring and the different situations that you talked about. How much is this whole project going to cost us?
The whole project was actually scheduled for $8.6 million. And right now, as of today, when we had our last meeting, we're about $100,000 under budget and 30 days ahead of schedule.
And is this all being picked up by the taxpayers, or are we getting funding?
This is 90% federal funding
Okay,
and 10% local match funds.
okay, but the extra $43,000, that just comes out of the city's part?
No, that comes from a combination of the two funds, both federal and city.
And when is this project going to be completed?
It's from today's date, they're expecting the 1st of July to be completed. It was originally scheduled for August 1.
Okay, but even with this, you're still under budget?
Yes.
I move approval.
Got a motion to approve from Ms. Osowski, second from Vice President Weber. Any further comment? All right, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Move on to item 6, information items.
Investment portfolio summary as of 2/29/24.
Thank you. And move on to 7, approval of minutes and bills.
Vendor list as presented.
All right, we got a motion to approve the vendor list. Motion from Mr. Weigel. We got a second from Mr. Weber. Any further discussion on the vendor list? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously.
Minutes from October 2nd and October 16th, 2023.
All right, any changes in the minutes?
Move to approve.
Move approval.
Business.
All right, we got a motion from Vice President Weber, second from President Sandy. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. All right, move on to item 8, citizen comments of general nature. Any comments this evening?
Nope.
Well, we're going to have this done in record time. All right, well, with that, we did move item 2 now to follow up here, so we are going to, if you want to read off item 2.1, and then I will take it from there.
Discuss the pending litigation of East Central Regional Water District versus the City of Grand Forks, United States District Court, case number 320 CV 208, and North Dakota Supreme Court case number 20230389.
All right, thank you. So at this time, we're going to go into executive session for attorney consultation regarding this pending civil litigation pursuant to North Dakota Century Code 44-04-19.1 and 44-04-19.2. So I'm going to have to ask everyone to, we get a motion to go into executive session first? Thank you. Got a motion and a second, motion from Mr. Weber, second from Ms. Osowski. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, the motion is approved.
Mayor, comment first, though?
Please.
Just for the sake of the folks in the audience that might want to stick around, we're going to come back out of executive session. We're not going to be speaking about this item. You're going to go right to number 9, city administrator comments, council member comments, and then we're going to adjourn.
Yeah, I don't expect anybody, like, city staff doesn't need to come back. If anybody wants to come back to listen to
Right,
Todd
so-
Cullen's comments or any of the council member comments, yeah.
Right, I'm just for people that might be there, nothing's gonna happen after this, so it's probably not worth hanging out. You can catch it online or on TV or whatever, but everyone, of course, is welcome to stand out in the entryway if they want to. Thank you, Mayor.
Yep, perfect. So now, as I was starting before, we'll ask everyone to leave if you don't have an interest in this, and is welcome here under the century codes that I listed prior. So after everyone steps out, I will list the time and the members that are still present.